Welcome to the Say It Out Loud podcast. I'm your host, Vasavi Kumar. If you're eager to gain clarity, speak with unwavering confidence, and liberate those inner voices, you're in the perfect spot. My mission here is to empower you to break free, find fulfillment, and ignite your passion. You ready? It's time to say it out loud. I've put together a guide of my top 10 tested and proven to work practical strategies and habits to help bright women like you say no, set your boundaries right, live confidently, and build healthy relationships, starting with the relationship you have with yourself. This is a self-paced guide, and I can't wait for you to dig into it so you can start becoming your most confident self, because she's in there waiting for you. Head to the link in my show notes or go to vasavikumar.com/guide and grab it today. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Say It Out Loud podcast. Yesterday, I made a quinoa bowl. Okay, what is a quinoa bowl? It is cooked quinoa. I roasted some butternut squash, some massaged kale on top, sauerkraut. I made a beautiful Greek yogurt feta dressing, some asparagus, put a little hummus, hit it with some Cholula. Yes, I know, I put lots of things in my quinoa bowl, but that is a quinoa bowl. So why am I talking about my quinoa bowl? Here's why. 6 years ago, I used to make this quinoa bowl all the time in a relationship that I was in. It was one of my favorite meals. It was nourishing. It was flavorful. It was great for just feeling really light and nourished on the inside. And I would make it all the time in this relationship that I was in after I got divorced. And that relationship, and I've shared this extensively on the podcast, so I don't feel the need to get into it. If you want to go back to previous episodes, I talk a lot about my codependent relationship where I was dating an addict and then basically became one and had to go to rehab. And oddly enough, I had met him when he came out of rehab. And 4 years later, I checked myself in. So I don't want to get into it. It's emotionally exhausting. But my point is that quinoa bowl, I used to make it all the time in that relationship. And when I made it yesterday, I was like, oh my God, I haven't eaten this in so long. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. And that's when I realized in that moment, I think I'm over it. Finally. Like, when you've been trying to work through something, that, maybe you're not so hyper focused on it, but it's like something that you've been, it's been years in the making, you trying to let go of something and you've been continuing to live your life. And yeah, it still has an emotional charge when you think about that thing. That's what was happening to me, right? Like, I've been living my life. I've still been, writing my book, doing what I got to do in my business. But personally, I was still healing from and moving through this awful breakup where this person that I dated single-handedly shattered my confidence and my self-esteem. I don't say that about anybody. He single-handedly shattered my confidence and my self-esteem. So it's been, I've been building myself back from the inside out. And so this quinoa bowl, y'all, represents something I think we all need to hear, which is you will move on. You will make that bowl again. You will be able to listen to that song again. You will be able to do that thing that you used to do with that person or whoever. Or back in the day, you used to do something, you stopped doing it because something happened and then you just gave up on it. I know it's not about the quinoa bowl, but it kind of is. That was like one of my favorite, I tested that recipe out so much. I loved it. I put so much love in that dish and then I just stopped making it because everything about that dish reminded me of the worst period of my life, which I've been trying to heal from and forgive myself and let go of the shame. And the fact that I made that quinoa bowl like a boss, and I put so much love into it, like the way that I used to when I was in this relationship with this person. And I enjoyed the heck out of this quinoa bowl. And I didn't feel any sort of way about it. When I took the first bite, I just said, thank God for helping me move through the hardest period of my life. And I'm able to make this quinoa bowl again. Those are those micro moments, y'all. Some of y'all are looking to make these massive changes, but you're not even appreciating these micro moments, these micro successful moments that you've been working so hard on. And you're like, wait, is it happening? Am I actually growing? Am I actually growing? Is this all working? Is working with the therapist actually paying off? Is doing it this way actually paying off? Are all these books that I'm reading and all the self-talk and is it working? Yes, it's working. It's all working. But I want to remind you all that you're not going to notice the moments and you're not going to notice these little micro success moments if you're constantly working on yourself. Like, for those of you who are constantly improving yourself, trying to fix yourself, trying to improve, which, hello, I've been in therapy since I was 12. Don't tell me I don't get it. Okay. I get it. But you're never going to notice those peaceful moments, those, oh my God, I am changing. Oh my God, I am changing. You're not going to be able to sit with it and truly acknowledge how far you come if you're just moving all the time. So this is my reminder for you to slow down, make that quinoa bowl, whatever it is you want to eat. Listen to that song, make that meal. Do not let your past rob you from living a beautiful present. Okay? You deserve to have a beautiful life. I hope this episode reaches whoever it needs to reach. And I want you to know that you're not alone, that one day you will smile again. One day you will laugh again. One day you'll make that meal again. And you know what? I can almost guarantee that if you slow down and you just tune inwards just a little bit more, you'll start to see that you have really come pretty far along on your journey. You've come pretty far along in your journey, but you got to stop to acknowledge it. All right, this is just my little mini Say It Out Loud sermon. I want to say thank you for listening. I hope this helps. Feel free to leave me a voice note, screenshot this episode, tag me on Instagram at my name is Vasavi. Use the hashtag Say It Out Loud. I love you, and I'll catch you next time on another episode of the Say It Out Loud podcast.
If you love today's episode, then say it out loud. Subscribe, leave a review, and come say hi over on Instagram at my name is Vasavi. Until next time, say it out loud.